Welcome into Falcons Today on the road. It's Chat Sports holiday party tonight, but the Saints have, the Falcons have hired Saints co-defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen as Atlanta's next DC. So you know what? Producer Rolly and I, you know him from the beer pong, hopped outside the restaurant mid-dinner, and we're going to break down this hiring for you guys for the next 7 minutes and 45 seconds. So let's introduce everyone to Ryan Nielsen. Now, I think a good vote of confidence should be a Saints fan, Trace Gerard, hopping on for the next 30 seconds or so. Trace, I know the Saints and Falcons hate each other.
Absolutely.
But as a Saints guy yourself, what can you say to your mortal enemy Falcons fans about what they're getting in Ryan Nielsen as their DC?
Absolutely. So Ryan Nielsen is the co-defensive coordinator. He was the co-defensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
Was a defensive line coach. He coached up Cam Jordan. He coached up David Onyemata, Shai Tuttle, guys like that, Marcus Davenport. Quality athletes, quality pass rushers. I know that the Falcons and the Saints have had some issues with their pass rush and, getting to Matt Ryan, getting to Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ridder, whoever it is. I know the Saints defensive line has been all over the Falcons quarterback, whoever.
Right, now you're just trying to put salt on the wound.
Yeah, I might be. But hey, you really did hire a great defensive coordinator.
That's what they wanted to hear.
Hired a great coach. He knows what he's doing. He's got great schematics, and I think that it's a phenomenal hire for the Falcons.
Trace, we're pretty buzzed right now, so go back to drinking. But let's talk about this hiring a little bit, because I thought Trace raised some great points. When you think about the Saints defense, you usually don't think about it being a good defense. But the fact is, they've been sneaky good the last couple of years. Why? Because of guys like Cam Jordan. Because of guys like Marcus Davenport. Because of guys like Shai Tuttle. And where does that start? On the defensive line. And that's where Ryan Nielsen has made his namesake. And this might not be the Brian Flores hire people were looking for. This might not be the household name up-and-coming DC people were looking for. But I think this is a hire that goes to show Ryan Nielsen has been climbing the ranks the last couple of years. Why? Because he's well respected, he's well liked, and he deserves what the promotions he's been given have come from, because he has built together a really good front seven, front four for New Orleans, and I'm excited to see that come over to Atlanta. What does the Falcons defense need? Anyone. Bueller, pass rush. And what does Ryan Nielsen bring? A lot of pedigree and a lot of experience of finding pass rushers. The Falcons have been one of the worst pass rushing teams in football the last 5 years, to be honest with you. That's not new information. So I do envy the fact that Atlanta went out, recognized their biggest weakness on defense. It wasn't the secondary. It wasn't linebackers. It was the front four. It's the front guys getting after the quarterback. And simply put, they have not been doing a good job of it the last couple of seasons. And for the Falcons to go out and get their guy, well, I kind of like it. Now, I want you all to grade the hiring for me. A, B, C, D, or F. You could also put never heard of Ryan Nielsen. And that's fine, because he's a co-defensive coordinator for the Saints a year ago. This is not a Brian Flores, Vic Fangio, Jim Schwartz type of hire. And I get that. But those guys also had to be, at one point, smaller coaches. And they got their feet wet, and they worked their way up the ladder. And I think Ryan Nielsen is doing that right now. So give me an A, B, C, D, or F grading. For me, if I had to give it a letter grade, I'm a little drunk right now, but pencil me in for a B+, baby. I don't think it's an absolute A. I think Brian Flores or Vic Fangio would be an A. But I mean, just because they're Brian Flores and Vic Fangio. But I think Ryan Nielsen, this is a guy you immediately go to see their Wikipedia and see who the heck is Ryan Nielsen. But after that, you probably look at it and go, he's done a lot of great things with the Saints front four, and there's no reason to believe he can't do that in Atlanta. And right now, it's just Grady Jarrett up there. Arnold Ebiketie had a great week 1 against New Orleans, and then after that, let's be honest, sort of tapered off a little bit. A lot like every other pass rusher in Atlanta. And when your best pass rusher is an interior defensive lineman, that's a problem. It has to be your defensive end. It has to be your outside linebacker. That's what you draft them for. So I got to envision Ryan Nielsen, if he's working with Tyree Wilson, he's working with Miles Murphy, whoever Atlanta goes with at number 8 overall, he's going to get the best out of them. And this Falcons pass rush can hopefully get back to where it was back in 2016, back in 2017. Because it hasn't been there the last couple of years. Now, I'm going to be honest with you all. I'm going to level really quickly. It's the Chat Sports holiday right now. I think this suit kind of says that for all of you. So if you're looking for a Falcons YouTube channel, where producer Nick Roloff and I leave the restaurant mid-dinner because the Falcons made a hiring, this is the channel for you. I don't know any other Falcons YouTube channel that's giving you guys this type of content, no matter what the situation is. So subscribe right now if you love the Falcons, or better yet, if you hate the New Orleans Saints and you're happy, you got a guy from their inside that can come over to ATL and he can tell everyone, this is what the Saints are doing, let's sweep them next year, right? Let's go out there and be 2-0 against New Orleans, which is something I think all Falcons fans can agree on is a pretty important box to check every single season of, hey, even if we don't make the playoffs this year, I'd love to sweep the Saints. Now, some other thoughts I have on Ryan Nielsen. I thought Trace did a good job of bringing up the name Shy Tuttle. Shy Tuttle is a UDFA out of Tennessee from 2018, 2019. UDFA. What did he do? He coached him up to be an NFL starter that's a free agent this year, and it's going to get paid in the neighborhood of $7 to $8 million. When you can find someone that can find UDFAs and turn them into $7 to $8 million free agents after their 4 years with the team, that's a coach right there that I can sink my teeth into. So for that reason and a lot of other reasons, I like this I like the Falcons hiring of the Saints co-defensive coordinator, Ryan Nielsen. So if you're with me, like today's video because, well, I got a couple of reasons, but let's be honest here. It's because Atlanta's getting together a good team. And now we turn into the offseason of everything's on the table, right? Falcons fans have to be excited about the next couple of months because the season didn't end the way we would have liked to see it end. They were a team that was in the running for a playoff spot. Fortunately, fell off a cliff at the last month or so of the season. But everything's on the table this offseason. And for Atlanta, they've been doing a great job of putting together a bunch of little pieces, right? Lining everything up to be a big spender this offseason, to make trades, to make big free agent signings. And Ryan Nielsen, I think, is a good start of not free agency, but putting together a great staff with Arthur Smith. So when these big free agent or when these big trade guys come to Atlanta, they're going to be well coached. They're going to have a good staff around them. At the end of the day, anytime your team makes a hiring, you want to be optimistic about it. You want to be upbeat about it. You want to believe that it is the best possible signing or hiring out there. And for Ryan Nielsen, I think it's a decent hiring, to say the least. So we're going to sign off. We're going to see you guys. Today is Friday, I don't know, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, sometime soon, breaking down this news for you all. I appreciate everyone for tuning into it. Hope you don't mind sitting on the patio of, I don't even know what restaurant we're at right now, but we're going to go back to our Moscow Mules. Let me know what your favorite drink is in the comment section. And Falcons fans, Ryan Nielsen is your new DC.